Today, but some of the festivities are already underway. As you see, many there just marching in the street. News 12's Shakti Dennis was in Bed-Stuy for the 5th annual Veterans Appreciation Day Parade, and it looks like it was a good turnout. Shakti.
Drums and heavy footsteps thundered across Crown Heights and Bed-Stuy today in honor of those who served their country. The Veterans Appreciation Day Parade started in Crown Heights, bringing together local vets and their families, active military, and supporters.
When you see them, it's like fellow veterans. It's always good that you served and glad to see you back home.
You have so many individuals who sign up to join, to do everything that they can to serve their country, and so many families who are making those sacrifices.
And the procession ended right here at Restoration Plaza, where there's also a resource fair to connect local veterans to the services they need.
The resources that are so necessary is, number one, is housing, is education, and to receive disability compensation.
According to city data, more than 37,000 veterans live in Brooklyn, making it the borough with the second largest population of veterans across the city, behind Queens. So this month, they're calling on everyone to offer a helping hand to local veterans. In Bed-Stuy, I'm Shakti Dennis, News 12.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for allowing me to take a few moments to reflect on the great heroes and sheroes of the Vietnam War. You know, I remember my family in South Carolina, many of whom are veterans from many different wars, talk about their experiences during this time. And when I think about those stories, I say, wow, this was a great American contradiction. In the wake of the Tet Offensive and the My Lai massacres was an ongoing conversation around the civil rights era. Right after Lyndon B. Johnson, probably one of the greatest American presidents, one-term president, sadly enough, who signed the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act, working with civil rights leaders who were in the trenches fighting against economic and racial injustice. And they fought hard. At the same time, there were visions there were pictures on the television that were showing dogs, hoses, etc., which were being utilized and weaponized against individuals here on American soil at the same time as these visions from the Vietnam War were being shown. It was also a split between the civil rights movement. It had also burgeoned a new Black Power movement. Many of these political and radical movements really got their birth as it relates to what side you were on and who you knew and how you felt about the Vietnam War. And of course, a lot of times when you think about wars, you say, you know, there should be a time where people are calling for a ceasefire. And there are were a number of civil rights leaders who were calling for a ceasefire at that time. But the NAACP stood up on behalf of all of the Black soldiers who were serving in Vietnam valiantly on behalf of their country, risking their lives each and every day, not knowing if they would be coming home to the same level of societal support systems that their colleagues and fellow soldiers were, who were right next to them, but they continued to sojourn throughout that entire time. There was a saying that was done during an NAACP event. It was by Bishop Spotsford. He stated, "Onward, ghetto soldiers, marching as to war, with the goals of freedom going on before. NAACPers lead against the foe, forward into battle, see our banners go." And again, when many of these leaders thought about the contradictions that President Johnson was going through, one of the things that they noted, this was by Roy Wilkins, he stated to Lyndon Johnson at an event, the Freedom House Annual Award Dinner, "Freedom at home was never more widely shared, nor aggression abroad more wisely resisted than under his leadership of the nation." Again, I am not necessarily putting my own political views as to how it is that I viewed President Johnson, but I am saying today that you have no idea what it was that your service gave to this country, gave to the civil rights movement, gave to the freedoms that we are enjoying as per the Voting Rights Act. And so while you were fighting a war abroad and didn't receive the level of supports that you felt were necessary in order to encourage you to keep marching forward, I want to say on behalf of myself, and behalf of my constituents, and on behalf of so many people who may not even recognize all of the sacrifices that you made, thank you. We owe a huge debt of gratitude to you. And it has been my honor and my privilege, Mr. Speaker, for allowing me to take this moment to reflect on the Vietnam War.